Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khair for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah TV. I'm your host and coach Hussein Mahmoud on the channel that's your source for Islamic personal and professional development to help you maximize your online business in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in today's episode, bi'idhnillah, I really want to just quickly share a few thoughts on maximizing an online business, and just to kind of shed light on where I'm at, and kind of what my ambitions has been, and how I'm gonna be pulling the curtain back just a little bit, so you guys can see instead of the what people portray themselves to be versus where they really are, for the most part. And it's a part of being genuine. It's a part of facing the facts. It's a part of being transparent. It's a part of looking at reality and the truth in the face and dealing with it as best as one can. So for me, I've always wanted to have a maximized online business, as well as businesses in that are offline, including investments both online and offline, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. You know what I mean? So I could work on building the quality and quantity of life that I want to live in this dunya, and most importantly in the akhirah. I believe it was back in 2013. That's roughly about 5 years ago. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I started to get these ideas of these online businesses, and seeing the potential, seeing the exponential potential of online businesses, and everything else that goes along with that. And you know what I mean? I've studied online businesses that are brand-based, business-based, personal-based, product-based, and all these other elements that go along with the online business, and maximizing the online business. And I really realized that it takes a lot to be able to start, run, and grow an online business. And I feel like I'm doing a lot of analysis paralysis, where I'm digging a lot deeper into certain things that I should just take action on, or I'm using the action as a tool to be able to figure out where I want to be. And the sad reality, and I don't care how many people are going to discredit me for this. I feel like, people put a lot of fronts. And for me, 5 years of thinking about online businesses and starting online businesses and failing miserably, starting websites, email marketing, and all these things. At the end of the day, I have an online business, but I haven't made money from my online business at all. So $0. And alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the same online business that I have offline, I've made, anywhere from a couple of $100 to a couple of $1,000, with the personal, Islamic personal professional development, helping, training and coaching people with their businesses, mainly offline and some consultation online. But it's a struggle. It's very, very painful. And you know what I mean? Like, you have this big ambition and this big goal and dream of owning a maximized online business where you could have financial, time, and location freedom. And you just don't have it. You're just not there. It's just a dream as of right now. Even though you're doing the best that you can, you don't. It's a struggle every day. You really have to figure out how to make a positive cash flow. And that's my area of struggle right now, where it's like, living the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and not going above your monthly expenses and your annual expenses. And you know what I mean, not only do you, your wife and children, or other people need the money to be able to survive on a monthly basis, but also your parents have rights upon you, your siblings, your aunts and uncles, and you know what I mean, all sorts of money problems. And it's a real struggle, and all the things that you want to do in your life, you know what I mean, go to Hajj, go to Umrah, take quarterly retreats, take your kids to Duxi, take your go to school, find childcare, whatever it may be. All these elements that are part of financial planning and preparing and execution, for the most part, falls under businesses. Businesses, I feel like, is the cornerstone of wealth and of life for the most part. But obviously our deen is number one, and making sure that we take care of our responsibilities in our deen is very, very important. But I feel like the cornerstone of everything is business, because you're either working for one, or you have one, or you're investing in one. So without business, you know what I mean, there's no functions in life. Nothing will work. Obviously by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But most marriages fail because of money problems. Either it directly or indirectly. You guys are arguing about money. Marriages break because of money. And you know what I mean? It's a whole different atmosphere where people are worrying about different things when the reality of money is very serious. You know what I mean? Like, you go onto the world, you go onto Facebook, YouTube, and all these other elements, Snapchat, Instagram, and all these places, and people are flaunting their money. You know what I mean? Or telling you to join this program or that program for making money, or things that money could help you do, or you know what I mean? All these elements. And then you go to the masjid and they say, and rightfully so, they say, astaghfirullah, stop following the dunya, stop doing this, stop doing that. And you're just like lost and dazed, and you don't even know where to go. And I'm kind of been going back and forth. One day I'm like, I'm gonna focus on my deen, like forget this dunya. And then the bills come, and you're like, Lee, man, I gotta go into this dunya to get this paper so I could go I'm trying to rhyme, but I'm not good at that. I have a poetic mind. Inshallah, sooner than later, you guys are gonna see what that means. But getting back to the topic, maximizing an online business, knowing the elements of business, and everything else, you know what I mean? It's extremely hard. It's about, I believe there's this hierarchy of needs, I think Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And all of us at the highest level are trying to reach self-actualization. In the Islamic perspective, we're trying to maximize the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through maximizing ourselves for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then at the bottom, I don't know the exact levels, but at the bottom is taking care of your basic needs, your food, shelter, clothing, basic stuff. And then the next level is confidence or esteem or something along those lines. I don't know the exact ones in between. But as I ponder that, I'm trying to, actualize my potential, self-actualization, reach the best that I could be. And then I realized, I'm trying to do that by not focusing on the business, not focusing on the money. But the money is the obstacle to self-actualization, because if you don't even have your basic needs met, guess what? You don't have time to be able to have the confidence and the esteem and the time and the money and the freedom that you need to be able to do that. Now, granted, I'm not saying money and wealth is the means, right? Actually, money and wealth is the end. That is only the means to an end. Our end is pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the means is, taking care of our deen, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our family, taking care of our wealth, and for sure taking care of our ummah. And it's very, very important to think about money, think about the impact that money has in our lives. And you know what I mean? My younger brother mentioned to me, you know, a part of the reason why we're not communicating is we're either busy getting money or we are avoiding each other to whatever degree because we don't want to talk about money and the needs that we have for money, you know, right or wrong, satiably or insatiably. I remember one of my friends that I talked to a lot who started his online business, and a couple of my friends started their online businesses. And the sad part about this is I've been thinking about online businesses, and I've started a couple of businesses on the side. A couple of businesses on the side, a lot of failed online businesses and offline businesses. But I realized, like, all these years in the game, there are people who are younger than me, older than me, same age as me, that are zooming past me, making, you know, a couple of thousand to a couple of $1 million online per year. And it made me think, like, why am I not at that level yet? And, you know, as I was talking to some of my friends about their online businesses, it made me realize that there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. There's a fast way to do it and a slow way to do it. And for me, I'm not attracted to the fast money. I love money fast, right? But don't get me wrong, but I'm not attracted to that, you know, get rich quick and, you know, just do things just to make money. And I don't want to just build any business just to build a business. I want to build a long-lasting brand, right? Which is the Ridwanullah Global for me. And amongst that is Ridwanullah TV, Ridwanullah University, Ridwanullah Foundation, retreats, conference, store. All of these elements are things that I'm working on slowly but surely, building in the background to be able to deliver to you guys, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, as I go through all this struggle, all this pain, all these things that are happening. And you know what I mean? As people are zooming me by, I'm like that turtle that is taking step at a time. And inshallah, sooner than later, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permits, I'll be able to have this long-lasting success where I'm building a genuine, recognizable, long-lasting brand to be able to serve people at the highest level on the Maximized Online Business format, which is the niche that I focus on. And also to see how we could integrate it, balance, harmonize, and integrate it into our lives. Whether that's online business, offline business, investments, and maximizing our lives to be able to live the best life in this dunya and in the akhirah, so we could work towards pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and doing it in the right way, within the boundaries, rules and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not cutting any corners. So that's kind of been my venting rant on maximizing online business, M.O.B. For those who have different terminologies for M.O.B, money over whatever. What I'm thinking about is maximize online business for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we can maximize other areas of our lives. And it's been a long, long journey. You know, everybody's jumping on the Amazon business bandwagon, so to say. Other people are doing Shopify. Other people are doing online courses, digital products, services, you know, on the affiliate level, non-affiliate level. So many things about this online business world that I've been consuming the content of, both free and paid. And I've just been wondering how in the world I can make this dream a reality. And, you know, sooner than later, inshallah, it'll become a reality. And bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, we will work towards achieving this level of success and learning from people who have achieved this level of success, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, in this dunya and in the akhirah, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be an area of interest for me. And as I'm working towards a lot of different elements, I saw, you know, someone who barely started their brand new business, and it inspired and motivated me to do this video. You know what I mean? Like, I was just sitting there talking to him, giving him a lot of business advices on some of the pitfalls that I've seen. I've just realized how passionate I am. I couldn't stop talking about business, especially halal businesses. I'm not interested in haram businesses. You know what I mean? Making real money from real businesses, online, halal businesses. And, it's a real struggle. As I'm going through this learning curve, I'm trying to figure out how I could help myself, help you guys on this journey to maximizing your online business in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's scary to focus on one area because, you fear failure and all these things. And I see so many people that do general work like life maximization, and they're not doing as good as they should. And I see people who are focused on business and maximizing online businesses and offline businesses, and they're doing a lot better to a large degree, both financially and everything else. But only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows where they really are in real life in terms of their happiness and success. And it's a real struggle to be able to continue to build businesses, online and offline investments, to make sure that you're building your life in a halal way, in the right way. And I'm still struggling every single day trying to figure out my way in this life, in this business world, in this investment world, in this life until in this dunya and in the akhirah. And my focus every day, I shift it. Sometimes I'm focused on money, sometimes I'm focused on business, sometimes I'm focused on investments, sometimes I'm focused on work, sometimes I'm focused on life, sometimes I'm focused on my deen. At the end of the day, all of it is one. But you have to focus on a particular area and start there and keep expanding from there, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And I'm thinking about doing a top 10 online business tips, or rules or wisdom or whatever it may be, but anything top 10 online business. Starting to share with you guys what I've learned throughout this journey, what other people have learned and what other people have taught me with their online business, and what I've been dabbling with, trying to master with the email marketing, video, Facebook, YouTube, writing articles, and so many things about this online business that I'm trying to figure out. I want to be able to create a program that is on, like an 8-week course that is, lifetime membership, and then doing service like community service, and doing retreats where we take a week off every 3 months to kind of regather, regroup, and go back at it again. And then, having a conference, like an annual conference where people come from all over the state, the country, and all over the globe, to be able to join together and put our brains together and do something valuable for ourselves, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's my rant for today, bi-idhnillah. I really wanted to just share with you what's been on my mind and be transparent. I'm not really anywhere, but I'm working my way up. I'm putting in the hours. I'm learning. I'm studying. And I don't want to focus my energy and effort on places that make money just to make money. I want to be able to put my energy and effort in places where I believe in the products that I'm selling. I believe in the value that it provides. Like, and I'm happy to help people in the delivering the value, and I'm happy to take the money and put it in, to serve myself, my family, and my ummah, and the globe entirely for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's kind of what I've been focused on and been working towards all these years. And I'm just, trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. And when I start making money online, at the, smaller level, higher level, you'll be able to know. Alhamdulillah, I still make a little money here and there through this business model that I'm doing, but I'm trying to focus my energy on this online business training and coaching, and helping people reach their peak potential through the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair for anybody who's watching. I hope you stick with me throughout this whole journey. As you can obviously see, it's not easy, but it's simple, and I hope that you could grind with me. And this is my message, and I'll continue to adjust it as much as I possibly need to. If you've liked this video, please press the like button and share it with your family and friends who are starting, who want to maximize their online business the right way, the halal way, the non-interest way, so they can maximize their life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you have some insights that you've learned, share it on the comments below. If you have an online business, if you have tips to share with me, I'll be more than happy to listen. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe and share it with your family and friends. It's really hot in this car. Obviously you can see the sweat, but this is what I'm passionate about. I hope to help you guys maximize your online business the right way, the halal way, so you can live the type of lifestyle and life that you want to live in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is your host and coach Hussein Mahmoud saying, never give up on maximizing your online business so you can maximize your life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdik wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.